Hello, everybody, and welcome to our commentary of Kung Pow Enter the Fist, a 2002 martial arts spoof movie by Steve Whitaker, who is mostly known among people of the younger crowd as the creator of Jimmy Neutron.
Yep.
He's also he was also a writer for various other movies. Like, for example, he wrote the second Ace Ventura movie. He also wrote bad stuff like Cowboys versus Aliens and Patch Adams. But
Yeah.
fortunately, today we're going to focus on a good movie of his. Okay, Shiro, question: are you at all familiar with Chinese kung fu movies?
Bruce Lee,
Yes
Jackie
and
Chan,
no.
stuff
Usually
like that.
the Jackie Chan stuff.
Oh, okay then. Well, this is more Bruce Lee, but it works just the same. You know how
Sure.
the English dubs of those Chinese movies always have that classic thing where the lip syncing is so completely off that it's hilarious?
Yes.
You know, basically, Steve Whitaker grew up watching movies like that, stuff like Bruce Lee and all that stuff, and he always loved making fun of how silly they were, of how the dubs were completely, they completely mistranslated the scripts and made the movies about stuff that they weren't actually, So basically, this is his movie where he both makes a spoof of that kind of thing, while at the same time kind of embracing the silliness of it. So that's basically what this movie is. Basically, audience, you might remember this movie. Oh, isn't that this movie with the cow shooting the milk at the guy? Yes, that's where that scene comes. Well, Sherry, question: have you ever seen this video? It became a very popular video on the internet a few years after the movie came out. Have you ever seen that particular clip on YouTube or whatever about a guy walking in a meadow and then suddenly a CGI cow shows up and starts shooting milk at the guy?
No, I don't think I have.
Well,
It was in the early years of the internet, so it was one of those badly quality flash videos.
Yeah.
But anyway, for also reference, audience, the way this movie is shot is peculiar because this takes basically another existing movie called Tiger and Crane Fists, also called Savage Killers, and rearranges it with some edits, other
Steve
dubs,
Whitaker also, aside from writing and directing, Steve Whitaker also is
self-inserting himself
as the protagonist. And basically what you're seeing here is a gigantic parody that it's abundantly clear that we're just fucking around and doing funny things. So basically, this is a little cult classic that unfortunately was panned in the reviews and banned at the box office. However, it gained a cult following as the years went on. But anyway, we're dragging this out. So let's just start this. Okay, so start right before the 20th Century Fox logo. Yes. 3, 2, 1, click. Another thing, Shiro, that you're probably going to notice about this movie is that even though this movie hasn't really been talked about in terms of the film industry and stuff like that, it actually had a huge influence in internet humor in general, because a lot of the stuff that Steve Whitaker pioneered here would later go on to be done in a lot of YouTube poops and stuff like that. So the movie did...
The idea of fast-paced editing and so.
This motion picture contains some footage from Yu Chuang Ching, aka Tiger and Crane Fist, a motion picture made in Hong Kong in 1976, but the voices and soundtrack were eliminated and new voices and soundtrack were inserted by the producers of this motion picture. There you go.
You're seeing the ultimate case of fair use, basically.
This is a guy, Shiro, literally taking a movie and doing that kind of...
it's an official spoof is what it is.
Yeah. The same kind of spoof. We've seen plenty of stuff on YouTube where people would take like a clip during a review and then insert themselves in the review or do stuff like that. That's kind of what this movie is, Shiro. This movie was kind of a pioneer of that kind of stuff that you see on the internet.
Right.
Perhaps we should take him to the abbot in the morning. No one should know of this.
Okay.
So right now we're just watching the movie as it was originally made in the 70s. Just to give you that false sense of security. So yeah, basically, a lot of Chinese kung fu movies started in this way, where there's this big villain who's out to kill some kind of chosen one who was prophetized to defeat him.
usually like an evil landlord.
And here's
or
where the
something.
parody aspect comes in. Can I help you? Oh.
Okay, man.
Okay, so I have never seen the original film, so I don't know how the baby escapes in the original.
Me neither. Sorry.
But I'm pretty sure it's not at all how it goes in this scene.
No, those women screaming were stock sound effects, so I'm pretty sure those were intentional to fast pace the scene.
Yeah.
Oh. Master Pain.
That's our villain, Shiroi. Master Pain. Open the mouth. Okay.
Okay.
Please open his mouth.
Why?
Now you're probably wondering, Shiroi, how did they know he's the chosen one just by opening his mouth? We're going to explain that later. So, since this is the chosen one who's going to be this amazing martial artist, obviously this is not your ordinary baby. There you go. Obviously, since this is 2002 movie, the CGI obviously most likely would have gone. However, fortunately, since this scene is shot in the dark, fortunately it does work in its favor because it hides a lot of the imperfections.
Yeah.
The fast-paced action also helps in that regard.
Not to mention this movie is so freaking cartoonish anyway, so honestly.
Might as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his primary weapon, Shiroi, a claw.
A cool. It's basically a variation of chained kunai, but just with a paw, like a hand with a claw.
Time to cut off some cute little feet. Oh.
Ew.
Well, to be fair, I guess it's probably one of the few...
It isn't a spoof movie without toilet humor.
Well, to be fair, what kind of other weapon? Don't worry. Don't worry. Pissing and pooping humor is not at all the norm.
I'll take this I'll take also this over what the Masked 2, the Son of a Mask did with that.
Well, obviously.
Ugh.
Oh god.
Yeah. So
that's one.
Normally.
Lighter. Yeah, that's another thing, Shiroi. All of the added-in voices are done by Steve Whitaker, the writer and director. So what you're seeing here is a comedic fan dub of sorts.
Yeah, kind of.
Again, this movie pioneered a lot of internet stuff.
I can see that.
So yeah, the baby escaped.
Ow, 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 ow.
Don't worry, Shiroi. No babies were actually harmed in the making of this film. Fortunately,
are you sure about that?
Don't worry. Don't worry. It's a CGI baby. It's okay.
For how much he's falling from that.
And of course, it gets picked up by a peasant who raises it as if it was her own. Of course, classic.
Hmm.
This trope is so used in Asian fiction.
I mean, it's taken straight from Moses, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I like that reaction. Just the like, oh no, a baby. It's like, oh, that's adorable.
And then she just, okay, there you go. Continue. Kung Pow, enter the fist. Oh, there we go. Listen here, Shiroi. Yeah, it's starting now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let's skip ahead.
That's not what I was expecting.
Well, Shiroi, it's a movie called Kung Pow. The title kind of pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Enter the Feast is basically a parody of title of those Bruce Lee movie, like Enter the Dragon.
So yeah, Shiroi, 30 years later, the child has become a man played by Steve Whitaker for some reason. Anyway.
Obviously.
All right.
Because why not?
Of course. Oh, here we go, Shiroi. Listen here, Shiroi. Keep in mind, all the voices are done by him.
Oh my god.
I can see that. So yeah, Master Payne's henchmen are always chasing him, trying to kill him.
Perfect.
Oh, hey, I love this one. Oh, that's not that. So yeah, as you can see, Shiro. Shiro, our protagonist is just called the Chosen One. Oh, ooh.
Ooh. But Johnny Cage is no, it's Luke Kang.
I love it in it says. Yeah, no
Nope.
kidding. What do you think, Ted? Does this sound legit?
Totally. Mortal Kombat taught me also that it's possible.
All right, sure. Right now, yeah, like you noticed, he just told him to open his mouth. So
Yeah.
he's about to open his mouth in a moment and show the mark of the Chosen One that proves that he's the Chosen One. The mark of the Chosen One is actually in his tongue.
Okay.
But,
Get on with it.
girl on a bikini for some reason.
Some fan service.
Obviously, this is a parody of the random zoom-ins that these movies used to always
Yeah.
have.
Nipple.
The editor must have had a field day.
From what I think, Steve himself was also the editor, but was it?
No, Paul Marshall. That's what is credited, edited
Okay.
by.
All right then.
But I'm guessing Steve
Yeah,
had the major ideas.
Well, yeah, this was of course Steve's big passion project. So
I guess this fighting style is the gopher one.
yeah. There you go, Shiroi. His tongue is actually a living being with a face, and that's the mark of the Chosen One.
Legit.
And before you ask, no, I have no idea what the hell Steve was smoking when he came up with this. Little. I'm tempted to say this is a Matrix Reloaded parody. However, Reloaded came out a year after this, so.
And we're gonna have a Matrix parody later on anyway. Doggo.
It's okay because we can improvise and get some weapons.
The doggo found a weapon.
Gopher-chucks.
Gopher-chucks.
Poor gophers.
Yeah, the reactions. I might as well go.
Yeah, their reactions are basically mine at the moment.
But it's okay. Freed them anyway.
Are
Pyramid.
they even alive?
Ha! Oh.
Uh,
Well, that didn't work as well as I planned.
That never works as well as people think.
Well, at least they all revived thanks to the power of reversing the footage.
Yes.
And now he literally clawed out all their eyes.
You. Also, no. Also, attention to the details. There were 4 attacking him, and he got 10 eyeballs.
There you go.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh, listen here, Shuri. Listen here, Shuri.
Okay.
There you go. This is Steve being progressive way before it was cool.
Alright, that kid, that's the actual supposed protagonist of the original movie, but as you can imagine, he doesn't really have a place here.
Actually, Teo, he's the comic relief, as you're about
Well,
to see.
not in the sense of being a protagonist.
Oh, okay. And as you can probably guess, Shuri, that girl is the love interest. Oh, listen here.
Oh.
Master Tang. Okay. And 10 million? I don't think you know how long that distance is.
Okay. Thanks for the information.
Thanks for telling us, dude. I love how they're always using the same clip.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That was easy.
Pretty please.
That's basically the kind of a running... Oh, you just swallow the bug. Okay.
Literally.
Basically, so in the original movie, he just starts coughing because he's supposed to be very ill. But in here, they added in a CGI moth so to make him just choke on a moth.
The moth won't leave him alone.
There, as you said, what are the odds of that? Oh, listen here. I love Whooping's voice. Wimplo, actually, Wimplo.
I don't like your face. I want you to die.
Actually, Shira, that's what they're saying. I apologize for Wimplo. He's an idiot. We purposely trained him wrong to use him as a joke. There you go. He was literally trained to be the comic relief. There you go, Shira. The mark of infinite wisdom. Listen here. Now he's gonna react exactly like you want, Shira.
Also, even the dog had a delayed voice.
The dog.
Donkey.
Oh, it's okay, Shira. Here, we're about to listen to the prophecy of when we learned that it would be a chosen one. Yeah. From the evil council. Just the evil council.
Very generic.
Alright, let's listen to the prophecy then. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that was the prophecy.
Oh, okay.
Very informative.
But then he told him the significance.
Oh, okay.
Heck, what else do you need to know, really? I mean,
There you go, Shira. It will be significant. That's the significance.
great.
And then he killed the dog.
Because.
Hold on.
No.
You poor dog. How bad are his farts? Yeah. Yeah, no, please, no. We
Yeah.
don't want to hear anymore. Because see, this is an example of how you use a fart joke. That fart joke was used specifically to get the chosen one to not
On
want
the
to.
poor doggo, really.
Yeah, that's another thing. What was the purpose of the original movie in having her do that thing? How does that actually help?
I mean, no, that's the thing. Usually, when coughing, when you swallow something that it's like stuck in your throat, slamming onto your back, yes, usually helps. The problem is that she was very.
Hold on, too. Yes,
Sorry.
her name is Ling. She will assist us. Oh, her shyness really passed. Okay. Yeah, to train. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
That's what they call it these days.
Oh, there we go. I don't like the sound of that.
I don't like where this is going.
Don't worry, we don't actually see anything. They just imply. I wonder where my glove will go.
That's just
There you go. There you go. Master Payne is literally going around the town beating random people, telling them to open their mouths at random.
Don't worry, he's a dentist. Okay.
Again, it's kind of like we're watching a Mystery Science Theater take on the original film.
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of the same feeling.
Wow! Congrats! You go pee-pee standing up. Very good. And yes, sure, he has squeaky shoes. Okay, I'm guessing in the yeah. Well, at least they're having fun. So yeah, I'm guessing in the original scene in that movie was that the protagonist was like, "I'm going to defeat him. Please don't just stay here with me. No, I will defeat him." And then he kisses him and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's my guess, because usually in these films it's always like that. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Impressive. Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty modern device. Like,
We need to stand up with the times.
that thing eats. It feeds.
You.
It feeds as well. And now, thanks to the power of editing, I can defy the laws of physics.
Check my spin dash.
Alright, Shiroi. So, who will win the fight? Wimplo or the Chosen One?
You are terrible.
Now I can't unsee that. To a children's card game.
The Temple. Just the Temple.
Can you be even more generic? Oh, hello.
Random.
I think that was a reference to the extra cut version of the Star Wars, because in episode 6 there is a similar edition like
probably.
that before Jabba the Hutt's palace.
So there you go. Let's see if Wimplo can also jump from the wall. Ow! Okay, here we go. Yeah. Nuts to your fists.
Oh, okay.
Gotta love Steve's dubbed voices.
Yeah.
Chosen one, Master Pain. Oh, I love this one. I'm bleeding, making me the victor.
How does that work though?
Pure pride.
All right, Shiroi. Master Pain has something important to say to all of us. Also, continuity error in the original film, apparently. Oh yeah, I forgot. First, he's going to demonstrate his power. I forgot about this. Yeah. And yes, the Chosen One is infiltrated as disguised as a henchman to spy on him. So, Hooters, look, Hooters in the background there. There you go, Shiroi. Master Pain is apparently indestructible.
Oh.
That is a man that has eaten a lot of beef.
Yeah.
You couldn't give less of a shit.
Even the dog is impressed.
The dog.
Alright, Shiroi. Master Pain has a very important announcement to say to all of us. So please pay attention. This is important. Oh, I can see that, yeah. Alright, here we go. Here's the important announcement coming. Come on, Chosen One, contain yourself.
Oh, yeah, some traumatic experiences, so...
Alright, here we go. Gee, I wonder why.
Oh.
Alright, first a joke. Yeah.
Okay. What? Classic.
Laugh, Shiroi, laugh. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Here you go, Shiroi.
Okay, but why though?
Actually, the Chosen One is about to ask. You what?
What the fuck did you say? Wow.
So there you go, Shiroi. He's no longer Master Pain. He's Betty now.
Betty, okay.
Officially.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay, let's test to see if the Chosen One also has that invincibility skill.
Somehow I doubt that.
What could possibly go wrong?
This is gonna hurt.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, yep.
No! Oh!
I think the test is over.
Actually, Shiroi, they're going to make a good point against that, as you're about to hear.
Jesus.
Guys, I think we're done.
He's already dead.
Oh, hold on, listen here, listen here.
True. True. So
True,
continue.
that is true.
There is logic in what you say.
He can't give the signal if he's dead.
There is one point though.
Oh,
True,
right,
true. That's
yeah.
true. He did say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. There we go. Go ahead.
Anytime.
I think he killed the chosen one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, he's asleep.
Nobody say anything to Mom. He wakes up hours later. And now he meets a woman who, unfortunately, she was supposed to play a bigger role in the sequel, but the sequel unfortunately never got made. Her name is Woe. She's the only other actress that was superimposed aside from Steve.
She has a very recognizable feature.
Yeah, you'll notice that she has a very recognizable feature, Shiroi.
Using a singular pronunciation for a purpose. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just as confused.
Yeah, it's Betty now, actually. Yeah.
Get on with the times.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, please? Well, look. Well, you can't possibly put yourself in front of me with that and expect me to ignore the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like it's just not common. All right. So yeah, like Woe said, if Chosen One thinks he can beat Betty, obviously he can beat her, right?
Personal space?
No, it's a tongue fight, Shiroi.
Yeah.
The supreme gift? Unfortunately, we will never see that because the sequel never got made, sadly. Back when this movie first came out, me and my friends and my brother, we used to watch this movie all the time because we just found this movie so funny. And we always were hoping the sequel would get made, but unfortunately never did, sadly. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's another thing. Woe has that thing, that necklace, that his mom used to have. Unfortunately, we'll never figure out exactly what that means because, again, the sequel was never made. And again, maybe those who saw the original film know, but I haven't, so...
I don't know either.
And once again, the dog's bark is awfully out of sync.
Poor dog. Taco Bell.
There you go, see, that's how you do product placement.
Taco Bell isn't even that great.
Nope.
Well, at least Master Pen is not completely heartless.
He swallowed a mothball.
There you go, Shiroi. One of Master Pain's gimmicks is that he fights at the sound of "I like big butts and I can't lie."
Actually, no, it's can't touch this.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's not the big butts part yet. No, okay. He uses various songs though. Yeah, it's Can't Touch This now. Yeah. Hammer time. Yeah.
Get over here. Oh.
That's an incredibly weird analogy.
No, you didn't.
Yes, go on. Yeah, here's another thing, Shiroi. Ling is always doing these weird noises. Well, at least he got it out of his system.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is my guess is this is.
Right.
That's totally what he was saying.
And once again, okay. So this is a kind of a running gag, Shiroi. The chosen one's incredible powers of convincing. He always says, "Please, I implore you to reconsider," and people immediately reconsider.
Not only that, he was clearly yelling, but the tone was different. Also,
Now-
Prime Pyramid.
As for those various, oh, there you go, Shiroi. This is the most popular clip of the movie. This was very popular
Okay.
on the early days of the internet.
We before YouTube.
Yeah. This is Munyu, Betty's protector. So we have to get past him or it or You know, I get the feeling. This sounds like something Dr. Naples would come up with.
Kinda.
I mean, we have an incredibly focus on a cow. Yeah, that's totally.
Yeah.
There you go, Shiroi.
Matrix,
In case you're not aware, Shiroi, early 2000s movies, apparently there was this hidden, unwritten law that every movie needed to parody the Matrix somehow.
That's still a law, I think.
thankfully they toned down, but it's still present here and there. Particularly two things, the 360 shot in midair and the dodging bullet, which we're gonna do later on this as well.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, actually, it's later though.
Yeah, sorry.
You.
But, yuck.
Oh.
Tombstone pile driver. Oh.
Oh.
It's okay. It's a CGI cow.
No actual cows were harmed.
And here we go.
He didn't have to bite it, though.
There you go. Obviously, we had to do this.
Yeah.
Even Pop-Off,
Wachowskis, the blame is still on you, by the way.
even the Pop-Off girls did this at some point.
Yeah.
So there you go, Shiroi. Our plan is we're going to milk this cow completely dry. There you go. See?
Jesus.
So you're probably wondering, Shiroi, what is Betty even doing here? There you go. He just stands there swinging the chain.
Because.
Where did you even get that thing?
You mean the chain?
The cow, I mean. The cow.
Oh, the cow.
Usually, that's the thing. In this kind of Chinese martial arts thing, usually it's martial arts associated with animal protection and motif. So I guess that's tied to that.
All right. Oh. Yeah, I can see. I can definitely see that.
Okay, calm down. Yeah. No.
No shit. Yeah, that's a good point. Why did he rip off his shirt?
Pettiness. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Whale? Whale? Where did
Because. Okay.
Well, at least he got a memento, I guess. Well, that didn't go as well as we hoped.
Yep. Okay, but why?
Why though? Oh, by the way, Shiro, we're also going to get another reveal about Ling's father.
Okay.
Why though? There you go. He was the one who made the prophecy and killed the dog. What a happy reunion.
Yes.
The Neosporin. I don't think Neosporin is gonna help in this situation, but I'm not a medical specialist, so what do I know?
It's like in Heavy Rain. They have a small case with everything they need.
So yeah, Tongi is the key to all of this.
All of this. Yeah. Oh, okay. Just calm down.
But it makes a good point on part of Steve though, because why was he doing that in the original film? Like seriously?
No.
Because remember that footage that we were just seeing, that was actual footage from the original film. What?
I think it was. Again, I don't remember if it was the same type of wound or anything because massaging.
Like that. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to interrupt you here because it's...
No, go ahead. Oh.
Oh. So, Shiroi, what happens to a girl right after her dad died? Let's see how Ling reacts to this. Oh. Yeah, that's a perfectly natural reaction, right? Horniness.
Totally. It's like in Tokyo Ghoul. No, not Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah,
Okay.
Tokyo Ghoul.
That's a weird reaction.
Well, actually, that's from the original film as well. Yeah. But in the original film, from what I can tell, it's probably one of those moments where they finally confess love to each other and then they have sex or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's having reservations. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a weird reaction to a parent figure dying. The confused doggo.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So basically, she really wanted to give herself to him, but she doesn't want him to think she's a slut.
Legit, yo.
A bit too late for that at this point. All right, Shiroi.
Your introduction to him was showing him your boobs.
Anyway, and now here's a more obvious parody. I'm sure you'll recognize Shiroi.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
You picked the wrong movie, like the other tour.
Yeah, this is the wrong movie.
Mushufasa.
But it's okay, Shiroi, because
Sorry, I got the wrong cloud.
And he has 2 katanas on his back.
So yeah, that's okay, Shiroi. Mushufasa has some good advice for us. Let's listen.
Yeah.
I find it interesting how at the beginning he looks very polygonal, but he becomes more textured and detailed as it goes on. It's weird.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, that's another thing. We never actually learn about those symbols because, again, the sequel never came, so...
That's not helping.
Oh, he's about...
Oh, yeah.
Joe Simba.
Joe Simba. Ask me what it means.
C and oh, Master Pain here. Actually, Betty. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Tiger. And now,
So many tigers.
Birdie.
Truly.
So there you go, Shiroi. Betty is also a magician. He can turn people's colors differently. Color. There you go.
Okay.
My guess is Steve couldn't really find a good enough footage that was consistent to get this particular scene out of the way.
So
he came up with that joke of the "I am a great magician. Your clothes are red now" for some reason.
Yes,
It is
that's a bit generic.
it is evil. It is evil, Shiori. Very, very evil.
Right.
Okay.
Was most of this script just this guy mumbling to himself?
Yes, Shiori. Okay. Here's my guess, Shiori. When he was a kid, my guess is Steve used to watch Tiger and the Crane Fist a lot, and he used to just play with his friends and just dub over and just make very improvised jokes. And this is him incorporating that into the film, basically.
It doesn't even feel like he wrote the script. It's like he's dubbing this in real time or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of this is just stuff from him just watching the original film over and over and over. Like that's another great thing that I love about this movie is that this is a parody that you can tell that even though this is of course very satirizing in its nature, you can tell it comes from a place of love. You can tell the guy really knows the movie and just wanted to have a lot of fun with it. So
yeah. Oh,
poor ventriloquists. Oh, that's okay. Link can help them. Oh, never mind.
Wait.
I guess
before they lose their toes.
I guess the poor ventriloquists are just gonna have to stay there. This is turning into a pantomime.
Yes.
I think it turned into that a while ago.
Okay, calm down.
This is actually my favorite part of the movie, actually. I absolutely adore the jokes in this section. Because it's brilliant use of editing and even take some inspiration from Monty Python and everything. Let's see if Master Tang will discover that it's just a trick.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh.
But yeah, just to finish what I was. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, probably should have gone with A. Oh, why Wimplo?
Ooh.
Oh, poor Wimplo.
Alas.
But yeah, just to finish what I was saying. Oh, this one.
The shoes will squeak no more.
You go that way. I'll go home. But But yeah, to just finish what I was saying. Yeah, like, yeah, I really have to wonder. I mean, I don't blame Steve for even making that joke, because what the hell was Master Tang?
Right now.
What the hell was Master Tang doing to the guy with the wound there? Like, seriously.
The best guess that I can tell you right now is that the claw originally was poisonous, and massaging the wound would have helped circulate away the poison.
All right, Shiroi.
That's a very
Sorry.
great assumption. And that's just an assumption. So.
All right, Shiroi. You might remember that joke from Holy Grail, where John Cleese is trying to strike the castle, but every time we change the camera and cut back to him, he's suddenly still in the same position. Yeah. However, the chosen one was stopped by a tiny little net.
Oh no.
Oh, looks like he has still some fight in him, but it's just a tiny little. Oh, okay.
Intermission.
Maybe it's poisoned.
Why, yes, Steve. I also saw Holy Grail.
You. You.
Yes, I'll reverse the footage. There you go. And now he finds Wimplo dead. Oh, there you go. Listen here, Shira, because this is probably my favorite joke in the movie. Master Tang, no! Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, what is it, Master?
Okay.
Poor man, he's delirious. And those were Master Tang's last words. Oh,
Alas. Okay. Yeah, a lot.
No, Master. No. Huh?
So sad.
Hold on. Wait till you see the payoff, Shira. Ling, no.
Keeps finding dead bodies.
Oh?
Oh. Not a dog!
Dog! And yes,
No!
and yes, that's his actual name, Shira, dog.
Oh.
No! Wait, what? Oh, okay. Oh, the Master's still alive? Listen here, I love this one. I love this one. I guess technically not, but still. Oh,
We're sending mixed messages.
and Ling is still alive as well. but
Dog!
and dog is still alive. So you see, but okay, if they're all alive, then Wimplo must be alive as well. Yeah, let's check.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Oh well. Badong.
Badong. So this issue where the moral here is... Oh, that's one. There you go. So basically we have to... now we're going to reveal how the hell we can defeat Betty, sorry.
You need to be able to pull those off. The problem is, it's not easy.
Yeah. I love his expressions of frustration.
Like, the expressions in, like, this footage in general are just like, are you sure the original version wasn't a parody?
It's because he did a really good job inserting himself in the stuff, like... Well, keep in mind, Shira, we don't know the original context of these scenes, obviously, so...
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Ling is onto something. Oh.
You. You think?
Actually, surprisingly, it doesn't tell, apparently. Wait, lemon?
Oh.
Lemon? What?
Ow!
Oh, apparently it's fine. Okay. But,
Oh,
salt?
not the salt.
Salt in the wound, literally.
Yeah.
Lemon and salt, what is wrong with you, you crazy bitch?
For mom?
Mercury.
This is some top-notch medicine right here. It's like...
I'm thankful for the era I live in.
And actually, Roy, he's about to say exactly what we're all thinking. Yeah. Hmm? Oh. For some reason, I thought you meant something else. So there you go. Apparently, with that quote-unquote treatment, she made his hands impervious to pain.
All right, let's see if it pays off.
There we go. So there you go, Theo. The secret to... Oh, there you go.
So she made his hands impervious to pain by what I can only assume is severe nerve damage.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the Doctor Strange method.
At least that was an accident. Get a pizza, or do they just say stab some chicks?
No, scam some chicks.
Okay.
Okay. How many? At this point, he has lost his entire feet.
Yes.
Sorry.
And now Betty got summoned by the evil console.
Ooh.
But that's okay. Shiroi Ling is, as those chosen one put very well. Turns out she's not just a psycho bitch, since she helped us reach the next level. So the evil console is a movie projector.
Very meta.
Hello, is somebody there?
Uh.
Okay, however, there is a problem in our strategy, though, as we're about to hear. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Selective hearing much?
Yeah.
Also, the dub was off on both takes.
I'm pretty sure that's the point.
I know.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, sure. Now we're going to hear yet another awesome dubbed voice. Oh. Yeah. We're children! We're children! We're children!
Fair shield. Okay.
Whoa, whoa.
Calm down.
Okay then.
Right.
A cell phone?
Yeah, one of those old models. Squirrels. Aw.
Alright, and here it is. Finally.
The final showdown.
The final showdown between Betty and the Chosen One. Notice how the Chosen One makes a perfect Betty impersonation.
Yes.
Making it even more obvious that it's Steve doing all these voices.
I still have to ask why Betty, but I think that's like the least of my problems.
It's Betty, you son of a pig. The name is Betty.
Oh, apparently the henchman likes it. Okay.
Okay, thanks for
I think Betty's confused.
okay, thanks for the mouth close up for some reason. Oh, look at that. It's like an Indigo Prophecy, except this is actually supposed to look ridiculous. Seriously, this fight scene looks so much like that aerial fight from Indigo Prophecy.
Yeah.
Oh, doggy hump!
Oh,
Ooh.
And now, Shiroi, time for the big reveal of who the evil council are.
aliens.
Actually, no. Believe it or not, no.
Surprising.
Surprisingly, no.
The Illuminati.
Again, surprisingly, no. It's actually the answer is actually much simpler than what you're thinking.
The government.
There you go. They're aliens, Shiroi, but there's a twist to these aliens.
The aliens are the
Hold on,
Illuminati.
hold on, listen.
French alien.
They're French.
Okay. Why?
So the evil council is going to power up Betty.
Ooh. I somehow doubt that.
There you go, Shiroi. Turns out the evil French consul wants to, what else? Take over the world.
Take over the world, of course.
The French, an interesting choice.
He paralyzes arms. I just love Steve's little whiny sounds that he makes. Like,
That's what a lot of this movie is just random noise.
but it really works to me because it feels like there's a sense of purpose to it, and a sense of fun to it as well. Like
that's the core principle behind the videos, but were inspired by these like YouTube poops.
Different country, obviously, but it's almost like it's a parody of the random grunting anime characters too.
Not much.
Well, technically, I guess it works. So there we go.
Also,
Shiroi, as we
according-
also learned, tongi is the key to all this. So we need to use the power of the tongue. You are a disgrace to French aliens!
Ew.
Sacre bleu! There you go. Well, turns out the evil council are just a bunch of pansies. And they run away! Because they're French.
French,
of course.
Was this movie released in France?
Shiroi, I'm guessing at this point the French are used to having this kind of joke come from American media, so I don't think it would be that bad. Or maybe the French dub changes us to something else, maybe.
I'm actually more curious if China actually hated this movie or not.
Yeah.
I doubt this movie was released in China. It doesn't seem like something the Chinese market would care for.
For context, for example, it normally has a 11% Rotten Tomatoes. I honestly think simply I can understand part of it, but not to this low degree.
Again, it's like I've argued, this movie was incredibly ahead of. Oh, there you go. Sure. There you go, Shiroi. The squirrel friends served as a cushion for the attack.
Aww. Oh,
There you go. Reward.
peanuts.
Well, at least it's still alive.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Ling. This chick is the biggest cock tease ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he fought. And now she wrote a trailer for the sequel that unfortunately never came.
Right.
I mean, the last news that we know is that in 2015, Steve said that he was still gonna do it, but time has passed. He's not. He's getting old, so I don't know.
Not to mention, Disney technically now owns this movie, so...
So yeah.
There you go. Whoa, was supposed to return and shit. And apparently Link was gonna fly.
Godzilla.
And Godzilla shows up. And the guy who lost the stomach now uses it as a...
Weaponize it.
Of course. And we're gonna fight an entire army, apparently.
An army of French aliens?
And the cow brought his friends this time.
Tongue of Fury.
Yeah, Kung Pow 2, Tongue of Fury. Alright, now stick around because we have bloopers now. In a moment.
Jimmy Wang Yu.
The director of the original film, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go, Shira. Here's the original scene. And here's the green screen. There you go. It's actually really well done, especially for the time.
Yep.
There you go. There you go. Here's the bloopers. Oh, never mind. I forgot about this. No, it's still showing. It's still showing.
There you go, blooper.
Oh, now it's bloopers. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. We've probably.
There you go. We have a combination of both real bloopers and
in-universe.
Yeah. In-universe bloopers. Yeah, better.
Yes.
A lot of takes on this one.
The toupee fell off. Ew.
At the camera. There you go.
Goat. There you go, the cow actually helped the production team.
Huh.
Oh, nice. Make up for Tongi, of course. Again, I really am curious to see what the fuck was the context of this, because I cannot blame Steve for making that joke. Really, that really seems it's like.
Okay, watching it again and guessing the original, the person was dying. He was like literally shaking it to make him stay awake. I'm guessing it was just the grab that was weird.
by the game. Yeah, it was a long day indeed. Alright, so that was Kung Pow. Enter the Fist. Unfortunately, there will not be a Kung Pow 2. Not at this point. I don't want to even hope. At this point, it's just too late for it even. Even if the possibility was there, Steve at this point is way too old. And he doesn't even look remotely like what the trailer that we just saw looks like. So at this point, it's just, I mean, I guess it could still work if he comes up with a weird, stupid-ass excuse, which fits this movie, I know. Oh, and the post-production supervisor is a guy called Todd Portugal. Okay. I wasn't aware that Portugal was a last name, but whatever.
You'd be surprised.
Okay, whatever. The point is, yeah, that was Kung Pow. Sure, since unlike me and Teo, this is actually your first time seeing it. So, what do you think of the movie?
Again, this wasn't what I expected. This was a lot of fun. I can definitely see that it still inspires the internet, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What year is this? 2002?
2002.
Yeah, so it's before YouTube was even a thing at this point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is...
As you can see, this was a movie that was quite ahead of its time.
Yeah. This is... I don't know whether... I don't want to say it's a bad movie, but I don't want to say it's a good movie either. I actually don't know where to put this.
This is supposed to be exactly what it is. A spoof movie.
It is exactly what it is. I love it.
A spoof movie. Sure. Let's think about this. The point of this spoof movie is for you to just have fun and laugh at just silly things.
Well, it does. It does that.
Well, in that case, as far as I'm concerned, it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It achieved what it set out to do.
Yeah,
So-
it's a good movie. I just wasn't sure where to actually put it. No.
All right, keep going.
Yeah, no, it's good. I like it.
Sleepy time. Anyway, Teo, go ahead.
Yeah, I really love this. Like, as a person who has seen and sometimes very rarely created also YouTube movies, I know exactly this type of humor. And I'm really glad to know about this predecessor, the pioneer of this entire genre, because it has spawned a lot of great things. And as a result, well, this has basically some... It shows that it has some great ideas that wants to use from such a simplistic, for lack of a word. It's not the original footage. It clearly shows that the original movie was not that bad. A bit cheesy, but that classic 70s Chinese art style movie cheesiness. But still managed to turn it around into something that's really fun. Even in at the weakest stuff, there's still something even minorly fun. So kudos to that. It's a shame that at this point again the sequel will probably most likely not be a thing. Who knows?
None of the actors or individuals involved in the original film participated in the making of this motion picture. So
yeah. There we go. Also released by 20th Century Fox, which means now it's under the mouse hoof. So yeah. Oh,
and here's an after credit scene.
Oh, hello.
Oh shit.
Ooh. Please. Sorry, movie's over.
Sorry, Master Tang. Don't cut to black. He's still eating me. Just because you cut to black, that doesn't mean he's not eating me.
But yeah, very, very funny. Like, I don't want to say, though, on the other hand, that the hate is completely unjustified, because this is one type of humor that it
not for everybody.
It works in extreme. Either you love it or really despise it. Like, I was reading some minor reviews here. Some people even compare this to Freddy Got Fingered, and I don't agree. Well, I don't agree, but I can see the thought process. They may think it's too raunchy or too stupid. But like I said, I don't agree because I think this is going on a different level that Freddy Got Fingered did. But again, if you happen to enjoy YouTube poops or edited videos like this,
or just so real random weird humor.
But even if you're a fan of traditional cheesy Bruce Lee like martial arts movie, this is definitely a film for you. Like
it does a lot of jokes that are clearly made for people who are familiar with the genre.
And the movie in itself grew a cult following in the years, so who knows? Maybe he will get back his honor someday.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, next.
For me, it's like again. For me, I completely refuse to even consider that stupid Freddy Got Fingered comparison, because Freddy Got Fingered goes out of its way to be completely nonsensical and disgusting and mean-spirited. This movie doesn't at all feel mean-spirited to me. Again, like I said, I can tell that Steve is a big fan of the original film and was just having fun with this. This is not the kind of movie. See, here's the thing: Freddy Got Fingered was greenlit because the guy who made it was really popular, and he didn't give a shit. He himself admitted that he didn't give a shit while making that film. He made that film purely for a paycheck. This is not the kind of movie that was greenlit by a studio. This is clearly a movie that was made by someone who had a really fun, weird, creative idea, and he really wanted to do it. Because, like I've said, you can tell that this is not a satire that's made to just, look at how terrible the original film is. No, not really. It pokes fun at the weird aspects of the original film, but you can tell it's still really is having a lot of fun with it, and is just having, again, like I've said, it feels a lot like, to me, that Steve put in a lot of random jokes he used to make at random with his friends, MTS Free K style, in these movies, because like she always said, a lot of these jokes feel improvised, and it works really well. Like I said, this is obviously it's not for everybody, but I still think if you're into this kind of stuff, I think it's just a fun ride in general, because Steve was clearly having a lot of fun making this. Even the bloopers demonstrate that. It was abundantly clear that the people involved were having just a blast in general, and I think that fun transitions to audiences who appreciate this kind of thing. The special effects, or more like these superimposing effects, are actually really well done, especially for its time, because remember, nowadays you see this kind of shit on the internet, where people do skits where they superimpose themselves into green screens and stuff like that. Again,
or re-edited footage for having characters to say completely different things.
Yeah. It's just one of those fan dubs, stuff like that. Like I said, a lot of times, and Shira agreed with me, a lot of times this feels like a comedy fan dub that you see so many of them on YouTube, So,
yep.
Again, this feels a lot like this guy had a really wacky idea that he thought was really funny, and the primary reason why this movie was primarily not seen and despised, but it was mostly from what I can tell, it was mostly the critics that hated the movie. Again, remember, there was a box office bomb. Very little people actually saw this in the theaters. It mostly started growing. It was through home video that people started noticing this. But go ahead.
Context: the budget was 10 million and it grossed 17 million, so it technically did not broke even. Sadly. The audience score, I forgot, the tomato meter now is being updated recently to 13%, but the audience score is on a 68%. So what you just said, Pedro, is actually very true.
Yeah, again, you can tell that this was a movie that wasn't made for critics. Okay, it's kind of like Ace Ventura. Remember, this guy also wrote Ace Ventura 2, which I love that movie.
I prefer it compared to the first Ace Ventura.
I love both of them, honestly, but yeah, whatever. The point is, yeah, I love Ace Ventura 2, and that movie was also critically panned back in the day. Again, you can tell that Steve is the kind of guy who he was just making fun films for film goers who just want to have some fun, not for critics. These movies are not made for critics. The movies are made for people who just want to have some fun. And and if you ask me, there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, it did what it wanted to do. It tried. I honestly refuse. Even if you don't like this style of humor, I still would argue that you have to have a level of appreciation for the work that was clearly put into this, because this is not the kind of thing that gets made because the studio mandated it or because there's some kind of.
It was the popular thing to do.
No, this was not at all the popular thing to do. This was a passion project by someone who had a unique idea for the time. Now, it's not. Again, if this movie was released today, the reception probably would have been a lot different. Not so much from critics, but from audiences. Audiences nowadays probably would eat this movie up, because you see this kind of shit all over the internet nowadays. So yeah, again, this is a movie that was very ahead of its time, and it suffered for it. But I still love it. I still find it incredibly fun. Again, like just watch it with friends, with drinks, and just have a ball. You know, that's basically what this movie is all about. Just have a ball. You know, and it's just a lot of fun. You know. And like I said, there was a lot of effort that was put into the superimposing effects, and that at the very least shows that Steve was not even lazy about this. It's abundantly clear that this was something that he genuinely wanted to make, he was passionate about making, and he really wanted to make it. Obviously, it was not the popular thing to do, like Theo said, but that's exactly the point of it. It's a passion project. He didn't care about making something popular. He just wanted to make something cool and different that fitted his style, and I really appreciate that, honestly. Unfortunately, there will be no sequel, everybody, so I wish I could tell you see you for the sequel, but unfortunately I cannot.
Sorry, folks.
So yeah, that was Kung Pow. I hope you enjoyed this as much as we have.
Stay tuned.
Tune in for the Ace Ventura movies. I mean, he didn't work on the first one, but he wrote the second one, and I love the second one. So all right. See you for that, everybody.